Welcome back to the 31 Nights of Horror here on Press Play Action. It's Mitchell Lea, it's Tommy Grant, and Brandon Tew returning for the fourth week of 31 Nights of Horror. I don't know what that was.
Was that like your comic book man impersonation?
No, that was
welcome.
That voice.
Yeah.
That probably could have filled in as a SpongeBob horror character.
All right, we are going to waste no time. Are we going to go in order? Absolutely not.
Oh,
because we are going to go according to there's a method to the madness. Right? So we're gonna start with the horror comedies.
Okay.
And so we're gonna start with good old Zombieland. Zombieland. This one, 2009 movie. Nice. 16 years old. Directed by Ruben Fleischer, who did Venom, Gangster Squad, Uncharted, so definitely peaked with Zombieland. Starring Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Abigail Breslin. Was a decent size hit. Everyone really liked it. Then they made a sequel 10 years later. People thought it was okay.
Oh, I didn't even watch the sequel.
Yes, I saw that movie in theaters with you, Brandon. What are you talking about? That was the first movie I ever saw with you in Dolby.
Yeah,
where we were
testing your
Okay. Well, you got it. That was the movie where we first saw the Dolby intro.
Yeah.
My life was changed. Put your dick on the table. Let them see it. Yeah. That was that.
This is black. It's like
I've never been so hyped to see like a C+ level movie in my life than that day.
The original
Zombieland, I'll tell you, this is a movie that just keeps getting better with time as far as I'm concerned. I love this movie. I eat it the fuck up.
Yeah, this is a clear A+ movie to me. Very much 4.5 stars to 5 stars.
Wow. Okay, I bet it'd be the low one.
Maybe 4. I'll let you know at the end. But my point, Mitchell, is it's just a fun time. It's just so good.
This is a movie that you can put on just about any time and enjoy it.
Right.
Because it's very rare that you get like a horror type movie that actually has a good cast in it, like a A-list actor.
I mean, this is Woody Harrelson. Like me and Mitchell like to joke that he's hit or miss Harrelson. Because he's either really good or really bad.
We ever called him that?
I've called him that.
I mean, it makes sense.
No, I've called him that before. He's definitely that. Like he's that type of actor. This is a downright hit. Him and Eisenberg are phenomenal together.
This was a good Eisenberg movie because I feel like Eisenberg's good when he plays kind of quirky characters.
Yeah, Jesse knows what he's doing.
This was probably my favorite Jesse Eisenberg role that wasn't The Social Network.
Yeah,
I really liked him in this. And him and Woody Harrelson have worked together a lot because they've also got the Now You See Me movies.
Yep.
So they've been working with each other a lot. Emma Stone she's Emma Stone. I mean, she's
you can't not like her.
She's one of the greats.
Abigail Breslin is great.
She's great too. Bill Murray,
the infamous cameo.
Bill Murray is so funny. The cameo is hilarious. Bill Murray
is so successful that he's like, I'm just going to show up in random projects
as Bill Murray,
line or two, be on my way, and you love him every time. It doesn't matter what movie he's in; it's just random shit him popping up. I think my favorite Bill Murray cameo is in Get Smart, where he's just some guy in a tree. If you guys have ever seen that movie.
Nah, favorite Bill Murray cameo is this movie right here. I have seen Get Smart, and it's
Amber
fun.
Heard being the 4 of 6.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, is that Amber Heard?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Why not? I really liked it's kind of a found family trope, but it works in this particular movie because it comes along slowly, and I like the fact that we are seeing all of this with the narration being done by Jesse Eisenberg's character,
Yeah.
and we're following along with his list of rules
Mhm.
and how slowly he's learning from each of these people and not just taking on more rules, but learning like, all right, maybe the way that I've been going about this isn't necessarily the only way that you can survive here. Because he was very strict and like, this is how I do it. I don't know why anyone else doesn't. This is how you're gonna survive. And I found his character, and Woody Harrelson's just it's one of the great, like, I want to say it's one of the great comedic performances, because I just love everything that he does in this thing. And this was the first movie I ever saw Woody Harrelson in. So I just assumed that this guy was always operating at this level. And sometimes he can be. But
Again, yeah, he's hit or miss.
This is peak comedic Harrelson.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's peak. It might be his Apex Mountain.
No, I think his Apex Mountain is actually 3 billboards, but...
Oh, that's such a good point.
I really appreciate the gag.
That's a very different Harrelson.
From a comedic standpoint, I should say. This might be his Apex. Yeah.
His hunt for Twinkies is my favorite part of his character in this movie. It is
such a good plot, like such a good subplot of the movie. And then the ending when... I mean, I won't spoil the ending, but the Twinkies...
You can spoil the movie. The movie's like 16 years old, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, when she
16 years old,
when she launches the Twinkie at him and he catches it, I'm like, oh, what a good, satisfying subplot conclusion. I'm like, thank God he got his Twinkie.
16 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mitchell, this
we were freshmen in high school in this.
This movie can legally drive.
No, I was a sophomore, bitch.
Yeah.
In 2009?
Yeah, and it came out in October of 2009. Wow. I was about a month into my sophomore year.
Then yeah, we were sophomores. My apologies.
Yeah, I remember my dumbass
was actually probably a freshman, but whatever. Yeah.
I was going to sneak into this movie, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go see Surrogates with Bruce Willis instead.
Surrogates.
Bad choice, Mitchell. Bad choice.
Into Zombieland.
Does anybody remember Surrogates?
Is that your Vietnam flashback, Mitchell?
Yeah, Surrogates wasn't bad. It just wasn't Zombieland.
Movie. That's an OG movie.
Nah. We talked about my Vietnam like 2 weeks ago. The devil inside, but
okay.
Hey, Surrogates didn't end with a website link.
Yeah.
But no, this is just an endlessly rewatchable movie. It's one that as soon as it ended, I kind of wanted to just, it's over already. It's an hour 28 minutes. Can we watch it again?
Right.
I give it an A 46.68.
Ooh. Okay. Well.
And I'm just a little bit harder on comedies. They don't get too high up for me, generally speaking. So that's a really high grade for a comedy.
I think we're in the same ballpark, Mitchell, because I'm A 52.3.
See, I thought you were going to be a lot higher. All right.
Me and Brandon ran apart. I give it A 57.
Love that.
Just a fantastically rewatchable movie.
Yes.
And now
it's such a rewatchable
we go to the movie
it's such a rewatchable A.
Maybe inspired Zombieland.
Yeah.
And that being Shaun of the Dead. This was Edgar Wright in the first movie in the unofficial Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, which, disappointingly, I've only seen Shaun of the Dead of these 3 movies. I really need to get on that. Edgar Wright, he has a new movie coming out soon, The Running Man, but he's made stuff I like.
Oh, he's making The Running Man? Oh.
Yeah. He's made stuff that I like, and he's made stuff that I've been like, I wanted to like that a lot more than I did. I loved Baby Driver. Baby Driver was awesome. Last Night in Soho, wanted to like that a lot more than I did. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Don't shoot me, but I thought it was okay. I wasn't crazy about that one. Shaun of the Dead is my favorite movie of his, though. I absolutely love this thing. Why are you surprised? Again,
above
I saw
Baby
this
Driver?
Movie. Yes. Unquestioned. Yes. Okay. I saw this movie with you in theaters last year. I remember Brandon and I went to see this in
was a big
Dolby.
moment last year. I was so proud that
This
you guys
movie's
were gonna go see
awesome.
this movie. I'm so happy that you
I
guys
saw it twice
love it
in
as much as you
in a
do.
week and a half.
I remember you telling me that, and I was like,
I
you
was
know
like,
what? If
I
I
gotta
had
go
the
back
option
and
to,
watch
I
it.
probably would as well.
My dad was like, they're showing it in theaters. I was like, yeah, and I'm like, in Dolby they remastered it, and he's like, I'm there, and I was like, my dad
This
doesn't go to
is
the
one of
movies
those
that often.
movies that I watched in middle school, and I absolutely fell in love with it just because
Yeah,
it's
it's
just so
so
goofy
funny.
and stupid, but still a good movie.
And I will
it's
say the
just so
plot,
rewatchable.
the plot makes it instantly rewatchable.
Yeah,
Like it is
it's
such
a
a
good
good
buddy
like,
movie.
it's a good buddy movie. It's good writing. Simon Pegg, welcome back to the podcast. You crushed this role too. Yeah, I mean Nick Frost is even as Ed is good. I mean,
I love
yeah,
Nick Frost in this movie.
he's
Yes.
so good in this movie.
Nick
Like,
Frost
he
is just, I mean, this was again the beginning of that trilogy with Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Edgar Wright, and if I mean, I've heard great things about the other two movies as well. This just, I can't imagine it being better than this. This is
This
one of
started
my
it all.
all-time favorite
Yeah.
comedies.
Oh, fair enough.
I laugh hard in this movie, but it also works as a zombie movie too. And it's a movie that takes its time with its storytelling while also being incredibly brisk. Hour 39. This is right up there with Zombieland as far as rewatchability, but I laugh harder. I like the zombie stuff more. I think it's just a little bit more memorable to me, and again, I laugh harder in this.
So I got a couple of fun facts for this one because we're kind of on that topic. But this was considered the world's first rom-com because they kind of did a romantic
What's that?
romantic zombie comedy. Because it kind of
so I
blended
guess
the
like
two genres.
Warm Bodies.
Kind of, but much better. And it was
Yeah.
actually approved by George Romero because he loved it so much and couldn't stop laughing. And he even gave Edgar Wright.
I almost think we should do. Keep going.
Yeah.
Tommy. Yeah.
I was gonna say he actually gave Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg cameos in his movie Land of the Dead in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost think we should do Land of the Dead, or we should do Hot Fuzz next year. Like, we should just continue.
I mean, those aren't
They're not really horror movies,
but I would like. Again,
Yeah.
we have a lot
Hot Fuzz is
planned
not
for the
hard.
the next few years.
Yeah.
But at some point,
we have a little time to plan.
I would like to do it might be like 12 years from now, if we're being honest. But Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, just review the trilogy because I've heard great things about all three, and this is one of the most fun movie going experiences that I've had. And it's crazy because when you say that, you usually think about like with a crowd, with an audience. Brandon and I were there on like a Wednesday afternoon, and it was like me, Brandon, and like 5 other people in that theater. But we were all having such a good time watching this movie.
So.
You can't not have a fun time with this movie. It's such a goofy movie.
My review from September 4th, 2024. Such an awesome movie, A freaking plus.
Yeah, it's back when Brandon used Letterboxd, so ancient history.
Ancient history.
Yeah, I
pay for Letterboxd. I really should fucking use it.
You should.
You pay for it.
I do too. Yeah. Not much, but yeah. No, but then again, I use Letterboxd like in a way that like a 13-year-old girl uses a diary. I love Shaun of the Dead. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's probably my favorite zombie movie of all time. I can't think of one off the top of my head that I like more. It's an A+, 24.08%. I thoroughly love this movie, and I'm glad that out of just Brandon and I honestly weren't really going to watch it, but we needed something to fill from Sing Sing to Beetlejuice.
Such a good decision.
And we wanted to find a movie with
you guys had to go see it.
I wanted to find a movie that was repetitive in the way that Sing Sing and Beetlejuice was. But we couldn't find one. We found Shaun of the Dead instead, and man, am I glad that we did.
This was a A+ 65%. This is one of my all-time favorite horror comedies. Just any movie to watch. If you just need a movie to watch, like put yourself in a good mood, throw this on.
Yeah. I wanted to check. No, I wanted to check what I gave Baby Driver, and I want to take back what I said about that being my favorite Edgar Wright movie, because this is clearly my favorite. I gave Baby Driver an A plus 28.8. I'm giving this an A plus 87.3.
Damn.
Oh, so it's in the Hall of Fame.
This movie's in my Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Okay, well then you need to update your damn letterbox to put it in the damn Hall of Fame.
I need to.
Yeah. But okay, we got a Hall of Fame entry, and I love making fun of Brandon for putting like 80 movies into the Hall of Fame.
Such a good movie, dude.
I'm not gonna. You get no argument from me.
I might watch it.
Spoiler alert.
To the crowd. I just want to let the podcast audience know. I watched this again like 2 months ago before I knew we were going to do this for 31 Nights of Horror. So I didn't watch it this week, but it's so good that I might watch it again. Like, it's such a freaking good movie. I'm going to watch it this week, actually. And it's still going to be an A plus 87. Like, it just is.
Can I say my favorite scene? This has made me love Queen even more.
I've seen this movie.
Yes, that's the best scene in the movie.
Three times, and I've seen this movie 3 times in 1 year. Like, that's how much
every time I hear that song play, I just have the scene in my head. It's
don't
Stop Me Now comes on the jukebox.
Yeah, and they're hitting the bartender, and like
it was such a great scene.
That is one of the hardest scenes that, like, as far as just like laughing, it's between that and the reveal of Ice Cube's daughter in 22 Jump Street as far as hardest that I've laughed in a movie theater.
Yes.
That's still, I don't think anything's going to top that one for me, but this is a close second.
we actually showed that scene to somebody at work the other day, because I don't know how it came up in conversation, but we were talking about that, and we're like, you've never seen this movie? We showed them the scene, and they were just on the floor laughing.
Damn, I just realized...
It's the hardest I've laughed at a movie.
I just realized I rated this movie as high as Inglourious Basterds. Like, I love this movie.
Deserving.
I can't quite go that far.
Also, I will say, rewatching this again, I did not realize Martin Freeman was in this movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sneaky role.
Yeah.
He's only in for a second, does not speak, but I was just like, oh.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Hey,
I know that guy.
It's Bilbo Baggins. And then the final horror comedy, if you want to call it a horror comedy. Some have, some haven't, but we're going to talk about Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's 100% comedy.
It's technically considered a meta horror because it's a horror movie that makes fun of horror movies, kind of similar to Scream. Scream is what kicked off that genre of horror.
I don't ever consider Scream a comedy. I think you could consider this a comedy.
It's not a comedy, but it's satire.
It's satire on the horror genre. Yes. But what is funny about this is, watching it, I was like, damn, the way they do like the opening scene, and then they connect it in like 20 minutes, and then they have the betting pool. I'm like, this is such a fucking good plot, basically.
And that's what
this is such good writing. This is
the whole
such good
cabin
writing.
aspect was horror, but then you have the whole kind of comedy stream making fun of the horror on the side, and that's kind of Scream isn't necessarily a comedy, but you have those nuances throughout the movie where you have the one character explaining the rules of horror movies,
right,
and you make fun of it as it goes, and obviously you have Matthew Lillard.
Everyone get back to work.
Yeah. But then just with the Cabin in the Woods, just the absurdity at the end of the movie. Having never watched this movie before.
You've never seen it.
Shit.
This was the first time watch for me, and I did not expect the ending.
Okay.
There is such a plot twist halfway through this movie where shit hits the fan. And it might be the greatest plot twist.
See, I don't even know if it's really a plot twist because they're kind of setting it up the whole way through.
Sure.
The movie puts the cards on the table from the very beginning, and it was never, at least from what I remember, it wasn't marketed as such. It wasn't marketed as this alternate thing.
Yeah.
But I think that word kind of got out that this movie was in the vein of Scream, where it's
Yes.
like it's kind of deconstructing horror movies, specifically
Right.
stuff like The Evil Dead and the 2013 Evil Dead. And as someone that just watched spoiler for next week, it is what it is, the god awful Friday the 13th Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just dumbass teenagers going to cabins in the woods to have sex and make stupid choices. This movie goes about that cliche in a way that I found very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I loved watching Bradley Whitford, the
so good.
the horror comedy icon of Get Out and now The Cabin in the Woods. Just keeps killing it.
He makes the movie to me. Him and Richard Jenkins' relationship, the stuff they talk about, the like insinuations they make, it makes the movie for me. Like the whole plot outside of the cabin is just fascinating. Like it to me it works.
See,
Like,
to me it was Fran Kranz as Marty. He was my favorite.
well, he's very good, and it's so funny that he's. I mean, this movie's been out enough. I think I can spoil it. He's so high that their stuff doesn't affect him.
Yeah,
like,
they were meant to get to his strand of weed, and they didn't. They someone messed up.
oh, it's so good.
And I will say, like, before the ending happened, I was like, how is this movie not into a franchise? Because it's the perfect like franchise device where you have this company basically running murder sprees. And it's like that'd be and with how successful the movie was, it's like, how is this not a franchise? Then the ending happened, and I'm like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And it was also perfect in a way, like it was a perfect wrapped up in a bow ending where it's like you can't really have any sequels to it.
No.
But I feel like they could have made this into a franchise if they wanted to.
They can if they want to, but there's no reason to. It's such a good movie. It's such a good
This was interesting because this was written by Joss Whedon, who directed the first Avengers movie. And Joss Whedon's stock was never higher than this movie came out on April 13th of 2012. And then the Avengers came out on May 4th, 2012, just a few weeks later. So Joss Whedon
People
was
were like,
the
Josh
man.
Whedon is the dude.
He was the man of spring 2012. This was also directed by Drew Goddard, who has written stuff like Cloverfield, which we'll get to next week, World War Z, and The Martian. But he's also been a part of shows like Buffy and Lost.
It's crazy how long this movie was delayed, though, because it was shot before Hemsworth was even cast as Thor, which was 2011.
Yeah.
So this had to have been sitting on the shelf for a while.
They must have knew what they had, to be honest, and they were just sitting on it. I think, because like you have this movie released, Whedon's success with Avengers. Like Mitchell, you've already brought up the director's success with all the stuff that he's been involved with. I think they knew what they had and they just sat on it. I don't know if that's accurate, but like it wouldn't shock me if that was the case. Like they just sat on it for a couple of years and were like, "This movie's gonna crush. Like this movie's gonna be really good."
This movie was originally set to come out on October 23rd, 2009, then February 5th, 2010, then January 14th, 2011, so that they could release the movie in 3D. And then they decided, you know what? Actually, we're not going to do that. And then it just sat there for about a year. And then they released it in April of 2012.
Right? Everyone involved knew. They were like, we've got a
we got something here. I mean, this movie has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
At the end too, like you got a big horror name in there. Like,
God, it's so good. It's such a
big
movie.
Horror icon, and the way that this thing concludes,
and it's so rewatchable too. Like, Tommy, I wouldn't be shocked if you see it in like 6 months. It is so good.
This will definitely be a rewatch for me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is an hour and 35-minute movie that completely flies by. I've watched some horror movies in recent memory, like Friday the 13th Part 2, that were shorter than this and felt infinitely longer. And yes, Friday the 13th Part 2 is ass. I just wanted to get that out there in case the listener didn't know.
Jumping ahead in the universe, Mitchell?
I was actually a touch lower on this movie than I was when I first saw it, but nothing crazy. I'm at an A41.33 when I kind of expected to be in the mid 50s in that regard.
Yeah,
but not too much lower.
Well, don't worry. I'll make up for the difference for you, Mitchell. I'll go A70.7. So
okay, I thought you might go A plus. So
yeah, no, it's close. I don't know if it's like an A plus movie. If it honestly, if I rewatch it again, I could see this just keep continuing to tick up. I think I've seen it like 3 times. Every time I see it, it goes up. So I could see this being like an A plus 5% at some point. But I mean, I love this movie, and again, I just think I think Bradley Whitford, his character along with Richard Jenkins, they crush like that role of they crush it.
I think the one scene I actually laughed out loud was the very ending where he just gets killed by the guy with the shark.
He's like, "You got to be kidding me!"
I don't know why. Like it was such a silly little scene. But like it was so funny how they
also
shot it.
they're like, should we call up Tokyo and tell them to mail it in? We got some of the bag. Oh my God, so funny.
I give it A25.
Nice. I mean, yeah, A movie. It's very much an A movie.
I feel like I might like it more.
This feels like Zombieland. I think we did good with the draft. This feels like a Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, in that realm. Like I think we did good with the draft.
Now you know why I grouped these movies together.
No,
you did a good job with that. Let's keep zombies going, and let's talk about Train to Busan.
Oh my God.
This was a movie that I had.
One of the few movies that none of us had watched before, correct?
Yeah. This was a movie none of us had watched.
Was this you, Brandon? Yeah. I thought this was you.
My dad told me this might be the best zombie movie he's ever seen. And look, I don't know if it's that good, but this movie is.
I would say, with the exception of Shaun of the Dead, it's definitely in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, you got like World War Z. You got a couple of other movies. Yeah.
I think it's a more unique zombie movie in the sense that it takes place essentially mostly on a train. Obviously, the title of the movie. But a lot of zombie movies, you kind of have the open world kind of feel, whereas this was very, very contained, which gave kind of almost like a claustrophobic feel at times too.
It was contained, yet it wasn't at the same time, and I really liked that.
Yet it was crazy at the same time. Like,
it was a very well shot movie, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. The cinematography is really good, and the editing is also very.
Which you don't always get because, like, again, horror movies, like, it's, I guess, more.
This had to be low budget, right, Mitchell?
Taken off more in the recent, like, the past decade or two, but like. Horror movies were always kind of stereotypically low budget, whereas this didn't feel low budget, and it felt like they actually put effort into.
I mean, this was a $8.5 million budget, so yeah, pretty low budget.
Wow!
But they make it look like it's a $100 million budget movie. Like it looks incredibly.
Really made this with how they shot it.
Yeah,
it didn't feel low budget.
I mean, it feels incredibly well shot.
It feels like a big movie, and what I like in this, and what no one could prepare me for, was how it concludes.
I told you it was an emotional fucking ending.
Because I never really felt emotional about anyone that died. It was kind of just like I loved. You did tell me about. You said. There's this one dude in the movie that's an absolute tank. And as soon as I saw, I think his name is Don Lee in the movie, I'm like, there he is.
Yep.
And
that's my
he
dude.
Was without question my favorite, my favorite one in the movie.
I told you fucking like him.
What was a big fan of his. Also, there was one guy in this. I just want to make sure that I'm not being like, okay, yeah, no, I'm right. He was the oldest son in Parasite.
Yeah.
Was
I have not seen
that baseball?
one yet either.
That's one that's you will be watching that in the next like year or two because Parasite
Parasite is so good.
Yes, Parasite is great, and he's one of the main guys in Parasite. So I thought I recognized him, and it wasn't just racism.
Is it
so
Choi Woo Sik?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in Parasite. But he was also really good in this. The thing that pissed me off the most about this movie, which I mean this in a complimentary way because it gives you something to kind of go like an adversary that isn't just the zombies, is that one fucking like businessman.
The guy that was just
yeah.
running over people and pushing people out of the
Yeah.
way. And then he got bit at the end, and it was like,
yeah,
Well,
hey, you kind of deserved it. And it was
you get the whole social
that guy was a
conflict
cockroach.
at the end. The whole social conflict at the end where he's basically like shunning them from the train car because they might be infected. It's like clearly they're not.
Yeah.
And
I
that
enjoyed
really
that.
pissed me off, and I was very glad when he got killed. But yeah,
You need a guy like that in the movie.
That kind of helps amp up the emotions in the film.
I think when the zombies are chasing people and there's like hordes of zombies, I think that's just incredibly well done.
Yes,
like,
it almost felt World War Z-ish.
Yeah.
It felt very World War Z-ish, and the way that these zombies would almost like pile up on top of each other.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that a lot.
When they were chasing the train and they were like climbing over each other to grab onto the rail. Like I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, the ending. Okay, so the emotion of the father kind of sacrifices himself. Maybe he didn't have to. To save.
He was turning into a zombie.
Well, no. Why would you put your hand around a zombie's mouth if you're, I guess he was trying to get him to latch on, so that's why. But, I was like, we could have maybe got the zombie off the train without doing that. But once he got bit, he kind of, all the whole part. But then when they get to they finally get to where they want to go, and their soldiers are like, we got 2 bogeys inbound. And they're like, we can't visually confirm if they're infected or not. And he's like, kill them. I'm like, if this movie ends with this mother and this daughter getting shot, I'm out. Like I was like, I almost lost it. I was like, please don't. And then she starts singing, and I was like, I kind of teared up a little bit. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like that's.
It was a good emotional arc because
it was.
You had a whole father-daughter
relationship
relationship throughout the entire movie where she thought he didn't love him, and all of a sudden it's like, he basically did the ultimate sacrifice to show that he loved her. Mm-hmm. And of course, at that point, it's too late for her to change her mind about him because he died. And that whole emotional ending where I teared up a little bit because I was like, that was just depressing as shit, and I was not expecting that sad of an ending.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy. I mean, ended on a downer, and it's crazy in the middle. Then you got some people who are like, kick these people out of the train car. They might be infected, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, it's a lot.
So I enjoy the creativity they had where they did something unique with this one where you have the moment when they're on the train car and it goes dark. And they realize that, like, without light, they kind of go into, like, this trance kind of state.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have, they kind of realize that and they have to maneuver around them by, like, crawling over them and doing that kind of stuff. I thought that was a really well thought out plot device to throw in there. Because normally zombies are just, zombies all day long, no problem. But, like, giving them a flaw was definitely something unique that made this movie fun to watch, especially on a train.
I've heard they're trying to make an American version of this, and I don't love that.
Don't bother,
please. But we'll see. I'll go ahead and grade if you guys want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go A. 76.2.
Okay. I think I get.
I think it's one of the better zombie movies out there.
It's definitely top 5 for me. I haven't watched them all in a long time, all the other zombie movies, but this is definitely top 5. I gave it an A 88.
Okay.
I'm at an A 50.02.
Nice.
So another solid entry.
Gosh, good pick.
Good pick, Brandon.
All right, 2 left. We are going to go to Hereditary now.
Oh, okay. I don't got a lot to say on this one. This is crazy.
This is maybe the flagship horror movie of the 2010s. It's definitely between this and Get Out, I'd say are probably now that I think about it, Get Out's probably the
Get
one.
Out,
But
I think was better in terms of story and plot twist, whereas this
I didn't say it was my favorite. I'm just saying, like, as far as like people talking about horror movies in the 2010s,
the amount of people that are like, you have to watch this movie, you have to watch this movie.
Well, I think we're both on the same level of quality. It's just Get Out had a better horror plot twist, whereas this had a much more heavy emotional aspect to the film that really makes you feel the dread.
Again, the movie's titled Hereditary. Her genealogy, her background, her family is fucked up.
Yes.
What is going on?
But that's kind of the big thing with horror. It's like horror, like they always talk about how, demons and stuff feed on, fear and people that are isolated. But it's like this took it to a whole nother level where it's like they really amped up the feeling of dread, the feeling of isolation, because you have a whole family who is basically torn apart and just isolating themselves from each other. And, we'll get to it, but they have that, I think, probably the best scene in the movie acting wise, when they're all sitting, the 3 of them were just sitting at the kitchen table in awkward silence and they just break out at each other. And it's like you have a whole family that's just, completely isolated, angry, full of emotion. And then you have the whole third act where just all the horror takes place. Because honestly, the first hour, there was no real horror to it. It was just emotion. Just so many bad things happening to this family left and right.
So, our grandmother just died. I don't really like my grandmother, but here's all the other things that happened to my family. I'm like, oh.
If you know me, you know that I am not a big Ari Aster fan as far as directors go.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Midsommar. I'm not a fan of Beau is Afraid, and I was really enjoying the first half of Eddington, and then I thought the second half fell off a damn cliff.
I think I'm higher on Eddington than you are, but yes,
most people are. I think that this is a director who has an extremely high opinion of himself because of everything that everyone said about Hereditary, where they were saying that it was like a horror masterpiece. And I think that this, because all of his other movies now, like this was 2 hours and 8 minutes. All of his stuff now is like 2:30, 2:40. I think this is an extremely well-directed movie, an extremely well-written movie that is a lot more nuanced and subtle than his other movies.
Yep.
I think that this is a movie that lets the actors, particularly Toni Collette, who I do think is Oscar, worthy of an Oscar nomination for her performance in this. She gives one of the great horror performances.
Everyone posts on social media that just like floats around social media, where she starts yelling at her son. That scene,
that's what I was talking about before. Just that whole
should have won her an Oscar. Like, personally, like, it is such a good.
Do you remember the marketing for this movie by chance?
I didn't see it. This is my first time watching it, so I don't.
The marketing for this movie will lead you to believe that the daughter is the main character of the movie.
Oh, that is actually well done.
They kind of marketed it as like there's something wrong with this, like the daughter,
and she does look like something is wrong.
In a sense, she almost is. And they kind of do a weird thing. It's very weird with the storytelling in this movie, but they hint at it throughout the entire film with how, the grandmother wanted a son, basically for obviously the sacrifice that takes place. And the daughter is the one that ends up basically possessing the body at the end of the movie. because that's who the grandmother groomed to be that person. So when he does that little click at the very end of the movie, it's like obviously the daughter's the one that took its place. So the whole movie was really about getting her to be the reincarnation of Payment, I think it was, or whatever cult following they had going.
I loved Gabriel Byrne as the dad who is just so sick of everyone's shit in this movie. I really thought he played that up really well. Alex Wolff is great as the son in this.
He does irreparable damage to himself and his family. But
I had only seen him when I first saw this in theaters. I'd only seen him in that Jumanji movie. Which, I mean, I'm a big fan of that Jumanji movie, but it's certainly not Hereditary. I want Ari Aster to go back to making movies like this that aren't quite so showy.
Yeah, I agree with the showiness. I appreciate what he does as a director, at least like taking chances and like doing weird stuff and like doing things like this. I do appreciate that.
Of this movie was in the third act when
I was going to say
Toni Collette is up in the corner of the room, and you just have that scene where it shifts away. You hear the drop, and then the camera shifts back. She's gone, and all of a sudden she just pops out of the shadow.
Right,
and you have this insanely intense and horrifying chase scene throughout the house, and that's what really made this movie for me in terms of horror, because you just like trying to put yourself in the shoes of just being chased that quickly and how he makes it up the ladder without her catching him. I was like, holy shit. And then you get the scene of her just banging her head into the door upside down. Like I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like it's such a complete tonal shift from the entire movie. It's just this emotional dread. And then all this horror just jumps out at you within like 5 minutes. And
I don't even know what to classify it as, to be honest. It's bad shit. Like, honestly, let's real quick. Let's talk about it. When the daughter is leaning her head out the window,
I saw it coming,
and it gets taken off.
I'm like, no.
I audibly went, "What the fuck?"
Initially, I thought he was gonna fall out of the car.
Right.
But then when I saw something coming the road, and I was like, oh, he's going to swerve and he's going to hit, and yep, that whole thing played out.
I just remember watching it.
What a disturbing scene.
I remember watching it and going, wait, wasn't she like supposed to be the main character?
Right.
All right.
And that was what really started. Like, that was another good scene too, of just him going into clearly a state of shock. And just like
he didn't even know what to do. Didn't he just drive back to the house, put the car in the garage, and
trying to
go
put
to
yourself
bed?
in his shoes? It's like I can't say I would have any other response than that too.
No,
what do you do?
100%.
He just goes and lies down, and it's very clear where it's like, I'm just gonna go and lie down and go to sleep and hope that I can just like if I just don't pay any attention to it, maybe it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But the second that I tell anybody about it or anybody else finds about it,
and then she finds him in the garage, and then she finds the body in the garage, and it's like there's no head, and it's like what is going on here? It's just it's very disturbing.
It's a very emotionally intense
10 minutes.
movie that if you've lost loved ones for tragic causes, don't watch this movie because it'll probably trigger you in some bad way because it's emotionally heavy.
I gave this a 61.91.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A+, 10.5.
All right.
I love this movie, but it is very disturbing, and I probably won't rewatch it for at least another 2 years. Like, just a very disturbing movie.
It loses a little bit because of the I can't see myself really rewatching this one too much.
Yeah.
I gave it an A, 85%. It was fair. Phenomenal movie, but yeah, I can't watch this movie.
Speaking of disturbing.
Let's get to the final one, which I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just wanted to watch this movie. I don't really think
Is it
putting it
even a
in the
horror
horror.
movie?
I don't think it's a horror movie. I think
Nope.
that was a
Psychological
misclassification,
thriller.
something
I,
like that. So we're
I
gonna
don't
talk
even
about
know
the
if it's actually
Lighthouse.
thriller. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a thriller. It's just psychological, I guess. It'd be like
Directed by Robert Eggers, starring Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and literally no one else.
Is this your second time watching this, Mitchell?
I saw it in theaters when it came out in 2019.
I
saw
just
it
saw
with
it
Sarah.
in theaters like 3 months ago. So
I saw it with Sarah. She did not make it to the end of the movie. She was
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna go wait in the lobby. I can't do this."
I don't blame her.
So, and that was with about like 15 minutes left. So she still
well, she-
there was like
She
Willem
made it
Dafoe
through a
wasn't-
lot of it.
Willem Dafoe wasn't even barking yet. You know. I want to love this movie as much as other people do. I like the movie. It is definitely my least favorite Robert Eggers movie without any close competition.
Interesting.
And I think that the acting is really good. The aesthetic is really nice. Maybe I'm just a lowly dumbass who can't understand it, but
No,
it's just weird as fuck to me without there being like, I don't know, man.
this was one of those movies that this was the first time watch for me. I watched it. I got all the way to the end. I was like, I feel like I missed something. And I started just doing research online because I was like, I didn't feel like rewatching the whole movie, but I was like, what the fuck did I miss? Because like, this made no sense to me at all. And I was like, I feel like there was, there had to have been something I missed. And no, it wasn't. It was just, that's just how the movie was. And
yeah, there's no like hidden thing. Yeah,
no, and that's why I was so confused. I'm like, I
it's
feel like
kind
I
of the
missed
brilliance
plot
of the
device or
movie.
something.
It's kind of the brilliance, but it's also kind of the downfall of the movie.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just wasn't a movie for me. I didn't really care for it.
That's really the simplest way that I can put it too.
I can't even fault those opinions. I think I like this movie more than you guys do. It's just watching Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe act their asses off for 2 hours. Like, that's what it is.
Like, I don't hate this movie because of the fact that acting is fun to watch. Like, Robert Pattinson, Willem Dafoe, like, literally locking themselves in a lighthouse to act and just do this crazy monologue back and forth.
It wouldn't be the first time Willem Dafoe has locked himself in a room and just acted.
He got an Oscar nomination for this movie. Yeah, he's great.
I think he should have. I don't know if you remember this, Mitchell. He was in that one movie where he gets locked in the apartment because he was like an art thief. You remember that movie? I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was an awful movie. But it was just, I forget what it was called. It was like Locked In or something like that. I forget. I'll have to look again. But the point is, it's just Willem Dafoe like acting by himself for basically an hour and a half. And this is Willem Dafoe acting with Robert Pattinson for an hour and 45 minutes of just them, again, acting their asses off. Like, it's just,
I really enjoyed watching them act, and I really like the quick decay into madness that they portrayed throughout this movie. I really enjoyed the cinematography with how Eggers shot this, because I knew it was an Eggers movie. I knew it was going to be some sort of black and white, but I think it was I forget what ratio it was, but basically the old school silent aspect ratio is what they used. And I know they used that to make it feel vintage and claustrophobic, which you do definitely get that in this film.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the stylistic approach of the movie. Like, I thought it was a cool, like, style approach, but just the story I could not get behind. It fell flat on its face for me. I was like, this was a pointless movie, but the acting was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah. Mitchell, I got the movie. Inside is the movie.
I was wondering what it was called as well, because I remember you talking about that and being I have no idea what the hell I just
watched. An F. It's an F movie.
Oh, damn.
Like it's just Willem Dafoe like character acting and going to madness for an hour and a half. Which, again, he does this. Like, the meme of him looking up, like, I've never seen the movie, but at Eternity's Gate, like, I'm sure he's like doing similar stuff in that movie too. So it's just like, this is like on brand for him. and then you put Pattinson with him, and it's like, okay, so we're watching this guy bash a seagull skull in. We're watching him just do
Jerk off
insanely
to
disgusting stuff.
a mermaid toy that he has in his hand. I think between him jerking off to a mermaid little wooden carving, and then him walking Willem Dafoe around as a dog, were just the two cherries on top of this movie that I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the dialogue between the two of them was worth watching. So I was like, this is
what do we think about the dog barking scene? Like,
it was just so weird. I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I watched this movie thinking I missed something. And I'm like, I get it. It's Pattinson's character taking control, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Like, it felt so out of place, and I don't know why. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about this movie other than the acting was great, the style was great, the story just made no fucking sense.
I'll go ahead and grade A- 6.3. I know I'm going to be higher than everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't deny it. It's Pattinson and Dafoe just crushing it on screen.
This was an actor showcase. I just wish that it was able to reach me. I gave it a very similar grade, although I did like it more. To another movie that Willem Dafoe was in recently, that being Kinds of Kindness, where that was one where it was reaching for something more. And like this, there were parts of that movie that I absolutely loved, but there were also parts more towards the end where I'm like, I can't really connect with this the way that I'd like to, or, really find any way into it at all. I just kind of feel like I've lost my way in. I gave it a B- 22.48, and I don't really think it's something I'll ever return to.
Yeah. No, this was a one-time watch for me. I have no intention of ever rewatching it again. This was a C+, 20%.
Which is a shame because every other Robert Eggers movie that came after this was an easy A+ for me. I love The Northman. I love Nosferatu.
Yeah, and the only reason this got up to a C was because of the acting and the stylistic shots of the movie. Otherwise, this probably would have been in like the DF territory for me.
I'm telling you, Tommy. And one of these years, Nosferatu is going to be one of the movies that we talk about.
Don't watch Inside.
On the 31 Nights of Horror. Nosferatu's coming. But Tommy, you got to watch The Northman. You have to. You have to.
It will be in my It's in my November watch list once horror.
That is such an iconic movie from that year. It is so.
It's so good. It's so good. It makes me go, did I really? Maybe I shouldn't have gone with Top Gun Maverick. For my
like maybe did I make a mistake?
Like honestly, it's that good. All right, so that wraps up episode 4 of the 31 Nights of Horror. Last episode coming up next week. We've got we're going a little older with these. These are more of the sequels to movies that we talked about last year. We've got Child's Play. We've got Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Friday the 13th Part 2, which sucks ass, Scream 2, Halloween 2. We also got the Monster Squad, and wrapping it all up with Cloverfield as October comes to a close. And then, hey, guess what? We still have a pair of Spielberg episodes left because that man's not done with us yet, and we're not done with him either. So looking forward to, hey, if you want to cram in Duel with like West Side Story and The Fabelmans, I'll gladly watch it.
I mean, I already watched it. I think it's great, but
yeah, I might have to tack that one on at the end.
It's an hour and 30 minutes of road rage.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
that just sounds like any day of me driving.
I was gonna say it sounds like my commute.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Bye.